Welcome to Mindfulness Lists.
Chapter 14 of the Untethered Soul is titled Letting Go of False Solidity. The inside of one's psyche is a very complex, sophisticated place. There's just too much happening at once to follow the cause and effect relationships between all of our different thoughts, emotions, and energy levels. When you're lost and struggling with all these psychological and energetic changes, you're suffering. They're like clouds, simply coming and going through vast inner space. But you keep holding on to them, as though consistency can substitute for stability. The Buddhists have a term for this, clinging. In the end, clinging is what the psyche is all about. Clinging is one of the most primal acts. Because some objects remain in the consciousness while others pass through, your sense of awareness relates more to them. You use them as fixed points to create a sense of orientation, relationship, and security in the midst of consistent inner change. Clinging creates the bricks and mortar with which we build a conceptual self. In the midst of vast inner space, using nothing but the vapor of thoughts, you created a structure of apparent solidity to rest upon. Who are you that is lost in trying to build a concept of yourself in order to be found? If you dare to look, you'll see that you live your entire life based on the model you built around yourself. It is just the thoughts you have pulled around yourself in an attempt to define yourself. You do this because you're lost inside. Basically, you attempt to create a sense of stability and steadiness inside. This generates a false but welcome sense of security. So we're all clinging and then building. Obviously, everybody does it. But who are you that's doing this, and why are you doing it? It's important to realize that it's not just up to you what thoughts you cling to and what person you create. Society has a lot to say about this also. How does our society ingrain these mental and emotional structures within us? When you do it well, you're rewarded with hugs and showered with positive accolades. When you don't do it well, you're punished, either physically, mentally, or emotionally. Just think about how nice you are to people when they behave in accordance with your expectations. Now think about how you close up and pull back from them when they don't. You're attempting to alter their collection of beliefs, thoughts, and emotions so that the next time they act, it's in the manner that you expect. In truth, we're all doing this to each other every day. It all comes down to understanding why are we clinging to our self-concept. If you stop clinging, you'll see why the tendency to cling was there. If you let go of your facade and don't try to trade it in for a new one, your thoughts and emotions will become unanchored and begin passing through you. The facade ceases to work and begins to crumble. When it can no longer protect you, you experience great fear and panic. However, you'll find that if you're willing to face that sense of panic, there is a way to go past it. You can go further back into the consciousness that is experiencing it, and the panic will stop. You just have to take the risk of letting it all go and daring to face the fear that was driving you. Then you could pass through that part of you and it'll all be over. It'll stop. No more struggling. Just peace. You're doing nothing to control it. You're just letting life unfold, both outside and inside of you. You take this journey, you'll get to the state in which you see exactly how the unfolding moments bring a sense of fear. You're now standing face to face with the root of the psyche. If you go deep enough, you can watch the psyche being built. This is a false sense of self you're building inside. It's just a concept of yourself that you hide behind. It's a constant struggle to keep it together. What it means to live spiritually is to not participate in the struggle. Of course, this will be painful. The reason why you built the whole mental structure was to avoid pain. You let it fall apart, you're going to feel the pain that you were avoiding when you built it. In time, you'll come to realize that the center from which you watch the disturbance cannot get disturbed. If it appears disturbed, just notice. Who is noticing that disturbance? If you want peace, you have to get through to the other side of the inner turmoil. At this point, the journey becomes very quick. You'll go through the part of you that has always been scared to death, and you'll see how that part of you has always struggled to hold it all together. Your only way out is the witness. Just keep letting go by being aware that you are aware.
Eventually, time is an angel or devil, best friend or worst enemy.